Good evening, this is TC and English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Nimhoy Kim Kong Sai. First, the headlines. We will talk to Maydays, Kukis, to bridge gap in Manipur, says Amit Shah. Congress leader Pawan Khera questions Manipur CM's absence in MHA security review meeting. Kuki impeaches ZT and clarifies on false accusations and defamations made against ex-perpetrators to come clean. News in detail. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Monday said the government will talk to both Maydays and Kukis to bridge the ethnic divide in Manipur at the earliest, while directing security forces to ensure no further incidents of violence to take place in the state. The Home Minister asked for strategic deployment of the central forces to restore peace and tranquility in Manipur, while adding that forces will be increased if required. Shah made the remarks while chairing the first high-level meeting on Manipur by the central government after the National Democratic Alliance NDA led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi was re-elected to power earlier this month. It was attended by the Chief of Army Staff General Manoj Pandey, Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhala, Director Intelligence Bureau IB Tapan Deka, Army Chief Designate Lieutenant General Upendra Dwivedi, Security Advisor to the Government of Manipur Kuldeep Singh, Director General of Assam Rifles Lieutenant General PC Nair, Chief Secretary of Manipur Vinit Joshi, Director General of Police DGP Rajiv Singh, and senior officials of the Army and State Police. Chief Minister Biren Singh was, however, missing from the crucial meeting. In the 2-hour-long meeting, Shah did a holistic review of the security situations in Manipur and directed to ensure that no further incident of violence take place in Manipur. The Ministry of Home Affairs (MSA) said in a statement. The Home Minister stressed upon strategic deployment of the central forces to restore peace and tranquility in Manipur. He added that forces will be increased if required. He further directed that strict action must be taken as per law against the perpetrators of violence, it added. On government's plan to talk to both the warring sides, the MHS said. The Home Minister underscored the importance of coordinated approach to resolve the ongoing ethnic conflict. He said that MHA will talk to both the groups, Maydays and Kukis, so as to bridge the ethnic divide at the earliest, it added. Asserting that the center has been actively supporting the Manipur government in strengthening the security situations in the state, Shah told the officers the government is fully committed to ensure safety and security of all citizens of Manipur. Apart from deployment, the Home Minister also reviewed the situations in relief camps, particularly proper availability of food, water, medicines, and other basic amenities. He directed the Chief Secretary to ensure proper health and education facilities for the displaced people and their rehabilitation. Since May 3 last year, Manipur has witnessed clashes between the two communities, Kukis and Maydays, which has claimed at least 225 lives to date and uprooted around 50,000 people, many of whom are still residing in relief centers. The northeastern state has seen fresh violence in the last couple of weeks, with a school building near More being set ablaze and a missing person's beheaded body was found. Last week, armed militias ambushed the convoy of Manipur Chief Minister and Biren Singh's advanced security team in Kangpokpi district, leaving a civilian driver and a security officer injured. Around 600 people from Manipur's Jiribam area are now taking shelter in Assam Kachar district following fresh violence reported there. On June 10, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh RSS chief Dr. Mohan Bhagwat said that Manipur has been waiting for peace for a year and this issue must be prioritized. Bhagwat stressed the need to get over with elections rhetoric and focus on problems facing the nation. Addressing a gathering of RSS trainees in Nagpur, Bhagwat said, Manipur is waiting for peace for the last 1 year. There was peace in Manipur 10 years ago. It felt like gun culture had finished there, but the state has suddenly seen violence. The RSS chief said that the situations in Manipur will have to be considered with priority and there is need to get over elections, rhetoric and focus on problems facing the nation. The unrest either got triggered or was triggered, but Manipur is burning and people are facing its extreme heat, the RSS chief had said. During a recent review meeting by the Ministry of Home Affairs MHA on the Manipur issue, Congress leader Pawan Khera questioned the absence of Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh. Khera asked, why wasn't the Chief Minister present? Is this a kind of no-confidence motion by the central government against its own CM? Discussing the matter of Manipur issue without the CM's presence raises questions about the reasons behind this exclusion. During a review of the security situations in Manipur, Shah emphasized the need for strategic deployment of central forces to maintain peace and order. He assured that the number of central forces in the state would be increased if necessary. According to an official statement, Shah directed authorities to take strict legal actions against those responsible for the violence, underscoring the government's commitment to restoring tranquility in the northeastern state. The meeting was attended by key officials including Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhala, Intelligence Bureau Chief Tapan Deka, Army Chief General Manoj Pandey, Army Chief Designate Lieutenant General Upendra Dwivedi, GOC 3 Corps HS Sahi, Security Advisor to Manipur Kuldeep Singh, Manipur Chief Secretary Vinit Joshi, Manipur DGP Rajiv Singh, and Assam Rifles DG Pradeep Chandran Nair. Office of the Kuki in Ziribam Tamenglong, Nonay districts, in its press release dated 18 of June 2024 clarifies the groundless rumors spread by some social media influencers accusing the Kuki in Ziribam, Tamenglong, and Nonay districts as deserting its people by receiving bribes from the government. The release states that the calling off of ban on National Highway 37 by the Kuki village volunteer on the 17th of June yesterday was endorsed by the Kuki Women Union, KWU, Ziribam and Tamenglong district, where a meeting was held beforehand with Ziribam district officers such as DC, SP, AR, CO, CRPF, CO, and Tamenglong district SP, DC. In the meeting, the attendees had agreed to relax the ban in exchange for our demands, which is not mentioned in the release. The release also states that if the higher authority failed to keep their promises of fulfilling our demands, the KZVV and women organizations will continue to call ban on National Highway 37 starting the 19th of June 2024. However, unfortunately, before the leader made a public announcement, some youths who have a very high patriotism misunderstood the situations and spread rumors on social media, where they accuse our leaders of accepting bribes from the government at the cost of the lives of their people. Chief of Paitul along with Sailun Singsun had been brutally defamed on social media platforms, but these accusations were groundless and should not be believed. We strongly condemn the perpetrator of this false rumor spreading chain, who without any hesitation stood up to defame an honorable chief and a CSO leader. The perpetrator is advised to confess himself and met a clarification to Kuki, MP, JT, and in the alias. Kuki, MP, JT, and further requests all citizens to stop defaming our leaders who are facing against our enemies head-to-head in this continuing conflict that arises due to ethnic conflict in the state. Security forces successfully apprehended 3 individuals affiliated with Valley-based insurgent groups near Santong, close to Lamlong village in Tingnopal district of Manipur on June 14. As per India Today Northeast, the arrested suspects have been identified as Thiam Lukhoi Luwang, 21 years, from the KYKL group, Kaisam Premchand Singh, 24 years, from the KYKL group, and Inaubi Kunjakpam, 20 years, from the KCP Noyan group. Officials of both Assam and Manipur police held joint night street meeting at Zribam along the Assam-Manipur border in connections with the prevailing scenario in the region. Regular patrolling and area dominations have been intensified in the entire riverine stretch of the Barak and Zeri rivers. Search operations and area dominations were conducted by security forces in the fringe and vulnerable areas of hill and valley districts. Movement of vehicles along National Highway 37 and National Highway 2, respectively, with essential items have been ensured. Strict security measures are taken up in all vulnerable locations, and a security convoy is provided in sensitive stretches in order to ensure free and safe movement of the vehicles. ITLF, in its press release dated the 18th of June 2024, strongly condemns the ruthless killing of Mistress Luang Khozam Byangtung, 80 years, of Emmanuel Kupi. The release reads, Luang Khozam Byangtung, 80 years, of Emmanuel Kupi Lamka, was brutally murdered when someone broke into her home on the terrible night of June 15, 2024. The entire Lamka community is horrified by this tragedy, and people are starting to feel more insecure. The Presidential Council of ITLF vehemently condemned this act of violence. The perpetrator should be apprehended by the law enforcement agency as quickly as possible and put behind bars. In light of our ongoing conflict with the Métis, the ITLF Presidential Council urges people to refrain from committing such crimes. We ought to put an end to murdering one another and acknowledge the worth of human life. Let us all treat God with reverence, submit to His will, and live as true Christians should. The ITLF conveys to its people through the press release. The Non-Communicable Diseases NCD Clinic Report as of May 2024 in District Hospital Lamka records 39 diabetics patients who came to NCD for treatment. 9 patients visited the NCD department's high BP or hypertension, and 3 patients visited the department due to strokes. The patients were also given counseling on how to take care of their body and diet to prevent heightening conditions. NCD Clinic also says that diabetic and abnormal BP patients can receive free medicines from District Hospital NCD Clinic. Many patients infected with non-communicable diseases in Lamka are found to have cancer, diabetes, and hypertension, who followed routine checkup in the district hospital. Among the NCD diabetes and BP are identified as silent killer, and if not kept under proper control, the patients can die anytime due to stroke, heart attack, and kidney failure. Hence, the public are requested to get a routine BP checkup for their own safety. Due to development and modernizations, many people in Lamka found harmony without sweating, and some idly staying at home. And these people who do not sweat are more vulnerable to diseases such as high BP and diabetes. And they are advised not to consume too much of salty foods, not to consume too much of meats, and to avoid fast foods if possible. People who do not sweat are advised to take a walk for at least half an hour every day. High BP, if not treated properly, can also damage other organs of the body. Hence, it should always be checked up and kept under control. The Manipur government has resolved to suspend the recruitment process for pre-primary teachers following allegations of irregularities. In a meeting chaired by the Education Minister, it was decided to place the engagement of 1,140 pre-primary teachers on hold and to have the entire process reviewed by a high-level committee of officers. This decision comes in response to claim made by the Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur, DESAM, regarding irregularities in the recruitment process. The state government issued a release clarifying that the qualifications prescribed by the National Council for Teacher Education, NCTE, for the recruitment of pre-primary teachers were addressed in official communications dated March 24, 2024 and June 13, 2024. The release specified that the relaxed qualifications would only be applicable if the department failed to find sufficient candidates with the requisite 2-year diploma in nursery teacher education or preschool education or early childhood education program, DEC-ED or B-ED nursery, recognized by NCTE. The government emphasized that the recruitment process was aligned with funding from the Government of India with a 90:10 funding share and aimed to provide employment opportunities to the youth and education benefits to children aged 3 to 6 years. The claim that the government intended to recruit unqualified teachers was strongly refuted. Nevertheless, the recruitment process will remain on hold until a comprehensive review is completed. Regarding the recent arrest of these some volunteers, the government stated that the police actions was in response to violent acts, including the destructions of public property and the disruptions of office operations at the Education School Department. The volunteers had stormed the offices of the State Project Director, Samagra Shiksha at Bandipora, and the Directorate of Education, Lamfelpat, demanding the cancellations of the recruitment process. 3 days some volunteers were detained during the agitation. The district administrations distributed relief material to the IDPs who are settling in relief camps in the district today at Mini Secretariat Tuibong. Under Tuibong SGO jurisdiction, the following were distributed: 381 bags of rice, 82.40 bags of dal, 31.1 bags of butter, 22.20 bags of onion, 49.70 liters of cooking oil, and 6,983 pieces of egg. Under Churchampur SGO jurisdiction, the following were distributed: 284.50 bags of rice, 61.5 bags of dal, 22.60 bags of butter, 17 bags of onion, 36.50 liters of cooking oil, and 5,209 pieces of egg. Under Singat SGO jurisdiction, the following were distributed: 49 bags of rice, 11 bags of dal, 3.80 bags of butter, 2.50 bags of onion, 6.20 liters of cooking oil, and 894 pieces of egg. Under Sangaikot SGO jurisdiction, the following were distributed: 46 bags of rice, 9.50 bags of dal, 390 bags of butter, 2.40 bags of onion, 5.80 liters of cooking oil, and 844 pieces of egg. The total amount of relief materials distributed today includes 818 bags of rice, 176.90 bags of dal, 66.50 bags of mutton, 47.20 bags of onion, 105.6 liters of cooking oil, and 14,972 pieces of egg. The total number of relief camps in the district is 94, and the total number of IDPs still settling in relief camp is 14,779 respectively. The Indian Navy is set to conduct trials in Spain by the end of this month for its Project 75 India P-75I initiative aiming to acquire 6 advanced submarines. This was announced by Ricardo Dominguez Garcia Bacuro, chairman of the Spanish shipyard Navencia. Sharing details with the media, Garcia Bacuro emphasized that both the Spanish government and the Spanish Navy are eager to support the P-75I project. They are prepared to expedite export clearances and sign umbrella agreements with the Indian government, similar to the recent Airbus deal with Tata for C-295 transport aircraft. Regarding the upcoming trials, Garcia Bacuro mentioned that the Indian Navy will conduct field evaluation trials of the Air Independent Propulsion AIP systems in the last week of June at Navencia shipyard in Cartagena. The AIP system will enable submarines to remain submerged for a longer period, significantly enhancing their operational capabilities compared to older models without this technology. Navencia is also one of the key contenders for the P-75I project, competing alongside the German ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems and Mazagon Dockyards Limited. The Spanish firm has proposed its SA-0 submarine design, already commissioned by the Spanish Navy in 2023, which aligns well with the technical requirements of the P-75I project without needing any redesign. The AIP system in the SA-0 produces over 300 kW of power, making it directly applicable to the P-75I project without requiring modification. This reduces significant risk for the Indian Navy, stated Navencia. Garcia Bacuro highlighted the advanced features of the SA-0 design, including third-generation BAS AIP, bioethanol steel technology, and an advanced sensor suite. Additionally, Navencia and its partner L&T have secured a proven lithium-ion battery technology for the project. Navencia is committed to meeting the transfer of technology requirements and the stipulated indigenous content, aligning with India's strategic goal of self-reliance in submarine technology. In recent months, top-ranking Spanish officials have met with their Indian counterparts to reaffirm their commitment to the project. Navencia has also been in constant communications with Indian suppliers, sharing technical requirements to assess their capabilities. L&T is known for its indigenization efforts in the defense sector over the past 3 decades. It's confident that our partnership will comfortably meet the indigenous content requirements, Navencia stated. Praising L&T's work in submarines and other areas, Garcia Bacuro noted that the strategic partnership aims to develop the Indian private sector for manufacturing major defense platforms and equipment. This industrial partnership with L&T will not only meet industrial and Indian Navy requirements but also opens opportunities beyond submarines, he added. Several students from all over the Marathwada region came to Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar to appear for the civil services examinations held by the Union Public Service Commission's UPSC on Sunday. The students appeared for the exam at various examination centers allotted to them. However, Some candidates missed the examinations because Google Maps shows the locations of Swami Vivekananda College at Wadgaon, Kolhati instead of Samarnagar in the city. Many students who were allotted this examination center reached Wadgaon and missed the examinations when they realized that they had come to the wrong center. Many even tried to reach the examination center at Samarnagar but were late and found the gate of the center closed. Around 50 to 60 such students were refrained from taking the examination. Several students from all over the Marathwada region came to Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar to appear for the civil services examinations held by the Union Public Service Commissions (UPSC) on Sunday. The students appeared for the exam at various examination centers allotted to them. However, some candidates missed the examination because Google Maps shows the locations of Swami Vivekananda College at Wadgaon, Kolhati instead of Samarnagar in the city. Many students who were allotted this examination center reached Wadgaon and missed the examinations when they had come to the wrong center. Many even tried to reach the examination center at Samarnagar but were late and found the gate of the center closed. Around 50 to 60 students were refrained from taking the examination. UPSC organized the civil services preliminary examinations on Sunday at around 25 exam centers in the city between 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar was the only center for the students of Marathwada region. Many students from other districts of the region came to the city earlier in the morning. Some students who had a center at Swami Vivekananda College in Samarnagar saw the locations on Google Maps. However, they were shown the locations of Wadgaon, Kolhati in the Walus area, around 14 kilometers away from the city. The students reached the shown locations at around 9 a.m. but found that the location shown was wrong. The students returned to Samarnagar again, but the gates of the center were closed as candidates were admitted to the examination center only by 9 a.m. Hence, they were not allowed to appear for the examination. Many students burst into tears as they had lost a chance to appear for the civil services examination. A candidate from Nanded said that the address and the pin code of the center mentioned on the hall ticket were wrong. The student reached the center as per the location shown on Google Maps. The location was at Wadgaon, Kolhati. Some students managed to return to the center, but they were around 5 to 10 minutes late and the gates of the college were closed. They requested the authorities, but were not listened to. Meanwhile, 7,836 students have registered for the UPSC Civil Services examinations in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, but only 4,487 students, that is, only 42%, appeared for the examinations, official sources say. Meanwhile, the Institute of Banking Personnel Selections (IBPS) is conducting examinations for the recruitment of health assistants at various centers in the city. The examinations for these posts was held at the Ion Digital Zone in Chikaltana MIDC area on Sunday. However, the married women candidates were restricted from appearing for the examinations due to lack of marriage certificates. Several women candidates from all over the Marathwada region came to the city to appear for the examination. They were asked to produce Aadhaar cards. However, the surnames of the Aadhaar cards were different from that of the hall tickets. Hence, the authorities did not allow them to appear for the examination. They produced the PAN cards on which the surnames of their parents and in-laws were mentioned, but the officers did not consider it for the entry. The women candidates were asked to produce marriage certificates, which were not available with them. Many candidates burst into tears as they were not allowed to appear for the examination. One terrorist was killed in an ongoing gunfight with the security forces in Jammu and Kashmir's Bandipora district. Officials say that the security forces surrounded Aragam village of Bandipora district in the early hours of Monday morning, following intelligence inputs about the presence of terrorists in the village. After the security forces closed on the hiding terrorists, they fired, triggering an encounter in which one terrorist has been killed so far. The identity of the slain terrorist is being ascertained. The operation is still going on in the area, officials said. Earlier, some gunshots were heard in the village in the early hours. The officials said immediately afterwards, security forces cordoned off the area and started searches. Gunshots stopped after some time while the search operation was going on in the area. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Sunday advised the security forces to crush militancy in the Union territory and ensure a smooth, safe and incident-free Amarnath Yatra. In light of the firm orders from the center, the security forces are expected to carry out some massive anti-militancy operations to target the terrorists and their supporters in the coming days in Jammu and Kashmir. In response to the G7 leaders' communique, China accused the 7 countries of using China-related issues to attack the nation. China has criticized the G7 leaders' communique, accusing the group of using China-related issues as a pretext to vilify and attack the nation. In response to a media inquiry on China's comment to G7 leaders' communique, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian denounced the G7 statement as baseless and biased, reflecting what Beijing views as a continued effort to perpetuate U.S. and Western dominance in global affairs. The G7 leaders communique again used China-related issues to vilify and attack China, resorting to the same old false accusations that have no factual, legal, or moral basis and are filled with arrogance, bias, and falsehood, Lin Jian said, addressing the media. China further criticized the G7's composition and relevance in today's global context. The G7 does not represent the world. The 7 countries only account for 10% of the world's population. Even combined, they contribute less than China to global economic growth, Li Jian said. Highlighting what Beijing perceives as a declining influence of the group, according to the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson, the G7 has long strayed from its original purpose of coordinating for stability in the global economic environment and has increasingly become a political tool to perpetuate U.S. and Western supremacy. It puts its own rules and decisions above the purposes and principles of the UN Charter and the international law, and has lost its ability to represent the world and credibility among the international community, he remarked. Regarding the G7 stance on global peace and security, Lin Jian accused the group of exacerbating tensions through military maneuvers and regional interventions. While claiming to safeguard world peace, the G7 keeps drawing lines along differences in ideology and values, forming exclusive groupings and inciting bloc confrontations, Jian criticized, asserting that such actions undermine the international order. China also condemned the G7's allegations of Chinese overcapacity as unjustified and motivated by protectionism. The G7's Chinese overcapacity allegation is unsupported by the facts or the laws of economy. It is just an excuse for protectionism, he emphasized, pointing out the detrimental impact on global economic cooperations and climate initiatives. The G7 summit leaders have reaffirmed their dedications to a free and open Indo-Pacific governed by international law. We reiterate our commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific based on the rule of law, which is inclusive, prosperous, and secure, grounded on sovereignty, territorial integrity, peaceful resolutions of disputes, fundamental freedoms, and human rights, the White House said in a statement on Friday. The summit statement stressed that the G7 was not trying to harm China or thwart its economic development, but would continue to take actions to protect the businesses from unfair practices, to level the playing field and remedy ongoing harm. We seek constructive and stable relations with China and recognize the importance of direct and candid engagement to express concerns and manage differences. We act in our national interest. Given China's role in the international community, cooperation is necessary to address global challenges, and we continue to engage in areas of common interest, the statement said. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.